This is Pastor Travis. And last week I mentioned a few things that have made me excited over the last week regarding the work that so many are doing and connecting and caring for one another. This week I want to talk about one thing that's made me humble throughout our time apart. Now, a few weeks ago, I talked about 6 new values that your elders are hoping will become foundational when it comes to framing our decisions and conversations for years to come here at North. We want to be a people of sacrificial love, of uncommon unity, of unexpected hospitality, of thoughtful gratitude, of courageous compassion, and lastly, of lavish generosity. Now, it's that last value that has me humbled, lavish generosity. And again, when we picked out the values, we didn't pick them out of thin air. We've been paying attention to who our congregation is and articulated that in those 2 short words. There have been all kinds of adjustments that we've made as leadership as a result of the quarantine, working with video, updating websites, communication strategies, connectedness, knowing the needs of those who may be laid off or may be most vulnerable and need assistance. And those were our priorities on a board level and as a staff when all this started. Now, one of the areas that you may have had questions about or have wondered about is, how has the church been doing financially? Now, this has been a tricky conversation for us, and we immediately thought that maybe we should get a few graphs or charts and do our best to visually communicate how the church is doing. Now, there were some among us that were concerned that this might come across as reactionary or give the impression that the church is struggling. Now, the flip side is that we don't want to keep our church family in the dark regarding how things have been going. Now, as your pastor, listen, I'm not an accountant, and those who have worked with me on the deacon board know my ineptitude when it comes to the structural side of church finances and church work. So I'm not going to run you down a spreadsheet in this video. What I will do is let you know a few things. First and foremost, things are going really well. Giving has been staying steady, and I, along with our financial secretary, have been floored by the church's lavish generosity and faithfulness here at North. And secondly, currently the church leadership has committed to continue to pay our staff at 100% of their current salaries. If we believe that we as a people need to be lavishly generous, we need to reflect that in the way that we deal with our staff and missionaries and other organizations that we support. Thirdly, just because we haven't had the opportunity to communicate the church's financial position up to this point doesn't mean that might not be beneficial. Now, it's not up now, but we're going to be working over the next month to create a link where we can simply communicate how the church is doing financially. Now, our hope is to have documents available online that can help demonstrate to our people where we're at. And lastly, along with lavish generosity, we believe in unexpected hospitality. Now, the goal I presented at the church through this quarantine is that North Isani Baptist Church will be a more connected congregation through and after this isolation than before. Now, the goal I've presented to our staff and leadership is that we use this pandemic as an opportunity to improve in areas that we've been either deficient or maybe just a little bit behind. That means that we need to do a better job with our social media presence, with our website, and our connectedness through video. Another one of these ways is we hope to improve is through our giving. And currently our giving platform is fairly inflexible. And over the next couple of weeks, we'll be working on a system that we hope will show our organization as one that shows an unexpected hospitality when it comes to even the way that we create opportunities to give. Again, it's not quite ready to launch yet, but we'll be working on a system that allows us to offer options like text to give, Apple Pay, recurring payments, and flexibility when it comes to donating to specific needs as they arise. So stay tuned and you'll be receiving more information shortly. I want to end with this, and my hope is that we will grow into a people of lavish generosity, not simply through our offering plate, but to our friends and neighbors and organizations as we seek to advance kingdom causes. Remember, lavish generosity is not simply something that we do. Lavish generosity is something that in Christ we are to become.